Police reform has become a hot topic across the country, especially following the unrest and protests that broke out after the death of George Floyd. Now to address it, some police departments are hiring more people, but not just officers.
8 News reporter Nicole Dantzler is live with who's also hitting the streets to serve and protect. Nicole.
Deanna, Eric, across Virginia, there are a few police departments, including here in Petersburg, that have a social worker joining their department to change the way officers respond to those 911 calls. When Petersburg police officers respond to a 911 call, so will their new social worker, Genevieve Lohr. She'll respond to those emergency calls with officers or follow up after they leave a scene.
It allows them to see things from an entirely different perspective.
Her focus is to support families and individuals with resources that address issues like housing, mental health, and violent crime.
We have a city that has high levels of trauma, community trauma, generational trauma.
Police Chief Travis Christian says he brought on a social worker to help cut down on repeat callers to 911.
A lot of times our officers will respond to calls and not always have the expertise or not always have the resource or not even have the time really to do that follow-up piece the next day.
That's where Lohr comes in. She joined the Bureau last summer, and from then to December, she received over 600 referrals and served 241 people. Newport News and Fredericksburg also adding social workers to their police departments in 2021. Lohr is hoping this position makes a lasting impact on the Petersburg community.
Social work and law enforcement are a perfect marriage because everything a police officer does, I don't do. And everything I do, they don't do.
The police chief says he's considering hiring more social workers to the force soon. He wants to create an entire division and have at least one social worker only focusing on juveniles. Live in Petersburg tonight, Nicole Dantzler, 8 News.